Hello, everyone. Sorry for the unusually long starting screen there. Hello, Sage. How are you doing tonight? How's everyone doing tonight? Ooh, gimme these. And, I suppose I should... no, I'll put that off for now. Give me this. Hello, Weeb. Welcome. You doing good? Good to hear. Alright, before we, keep going with this. It is indeed a chat works night. Next pull-on weapon will be 66. Oh boy. Alright, before we get going here, we got some fates, so... Hydro Dragon, come home, please! Hoping for Homa or Jade. Good luck. Ooh, Shinobu Constellation. Cannot complain about that. She's not even on the banner. Neuvillette did not come home. Unfortunate. Alright, that is C3 Shinobu. Ooh, her C4 is nice. Her C6 is really nice. Oh boy. Alright, so let us proceed with this quest, I suppose. Mr. Knacker, you've finally come. We came across a little hiccup on the way. Never mind that. Have you retrieved the survey anchor yet? I was just about to bring that up with you. I don't know if it was due to the explosion, but the supporting tools that were kept here are all damaged. You should know, if you don't use the proper tools to retrieve the anchors, you will be subject to being struck by high-intensity Archeum energy flows. Oh, intense energy flow from the Archeum. Got it. Huh? What I just said was just... I didn't... Relax, sweetie. You were merely speaking the truth. It's not like you offended anyone. What Miss Chalmé said was indeed the truth. I hope that I can say the same for what you shall write. Whenever the truth is placed right before me, I never pretend that it's not there. That would be a mistake. Is that so? Well, it takes only the slightest bit of effort to fixate on something, but it always takes more brain power to avert your gaze from it. So true. Oh my god. It's clear they're not having an argument with each other, but why does Paimon still feel like the vibe is even scarier than if they were? Let's deal with the survey anchor first, shall we? You're right. Miss Chalmé, let's go examine the anchor. Okay then. That said, the area where it's located is still blocked. I'll go ahead and open those ports and block it. So glad Candy was the one that got Jadewing Spear on standard and not you. You don't need another 5-star spear. As I recall, you were an adventurer who came for the recruitment, yes? Well, when assisting our institute in its work, you'll sometimes be required to carry out certain precise operations. I'd like to see your practical capabilities first. Could you please go and help Miss Chalmé operate the energy transfer terminal to clear the area where the survey anchor is of obstructions? So the review has already begun. You could say that. If you pass the final review, then we'll do a detailed competency assessment for you. After all, everybody excels at different things, and the work they can take on also differs. And so their compensation will differ as well. Haha, how very blunt of you, but you're not wrong. Oh, then we've got to show them our worth. Just treat this as an early assessment. Miss Chalmé is over there. She'll explain to you how to operate the terminal. Please follow her instructions and unblock the area as soon as you can. I'll be watching you from the side. If you get Homa, then Raiden could get off Fav, Sino on R1, White Tassel, and Hutao off. I see. So yeah, sounds like you really need some polearm luck. Alright, nothing to read around here. Lame. Oh ho ho! Cipher letter 1. This is a test text for cipher letters. I haven't thought of any suitable scenarios where this tech can be applied. Considering that the energy transfer terminals and their receiving terminals aren't widespread in Fontaine, the use of encrypted images will be limited to within the Fontaine Research Institute. Teilhard just loves coming up with such useless inventions. I've already warned him not to vandalize the place. The encrypted images use a special paint that requires an equally special solvent to remove. The formula for the solvent needed to remove the encrypted messages is recorded below. The text below has been removed. I see.
If someone can't handle it, maybe that's their problem.
That. Nice. Excellent work. The lock has been opened. Your abilities to quickly grasp the mechanics and execute are both astounding, and your value far exceeds the vast majority of those who participate in experiments. I will truthfully report your performance as such. So what's next? Whoa! Miss Crony, what's gotten into you? What? I suddenly feel like I'm gonna throw up. Miss Crony, please drink this medicine. Exposed survey anchors radiate with Archeum energy traces, and the place we are in now has also been affected somewhat. Huh. However, this energy level won't leave permanent adverse effects on the body. Just take this medicine and you'll be fine. Interesting. When Xiao gets a rerun, you'll probably pull for him because he'll help with traveling below the map. Yeah, he's like a master of that. Ugh, it tastes terrible. Forget it. I guess this is also kind of a first-hand experience. These 2 bottles are for the 2 of you. Please drink them quickly. Thanks, but I'm not feeling any discomfort at all. Ether, you are so weird. Paimon neither. Really? That's really quite interesting, and is completely at odds with the results of the application of Archeum Risk Report 3rd edition. We all should have been affected by the same amount of Archeum energy. Yeah, well, Ether's weird, and Paimon is also weird. We are constantly journeying over mountains and seas. We're way stronger than the people you've got working here. Correction. You can now assume that all of the Fontaine Research Institute's staff are now working out in the open, beneath the sun and stars. Your report might consider mentioning the difficult work conditions we are enduring, Miss Crony. Ah, I've been wronged without having been notified in advance. The Steam Bird won't just let this go. Putting this all aside, you clearly have an extremely strong innate tolerance of the energy flow. If so, you are certainly the best candidate to assist the Institute, without question. So true. Please approach the storage room and report any dizziness, nausea, itchiness, or any other discomfort you feel during the process. Hold on there. Are you using him as a guinea pig, without fulfilling your obligation to inform him of the risks first? It is clearly stated in Institute Externally Contracted Employee Agreement, Appendix C41, which he signed. Prior to being officially employed, the applicant shall be subject to a harmless Archeum energy flow tolerance test. and the Institute has the right to terminate the contract based upon the results of said test. Who the heck reads all that? You chose not to exercise your right to read the text, but each document was clearly marked. Please sign your name after carefully reading the document and making sure there are no mistakes. However, seeing as you seem completely unaffected by the energy flow, I believe you may just be the person we're looking for. In any case, let's get down to business. Take 3 steps toward the storage room, then hold still for 30 seconds. You follow Knacker's series of complicated instructions and slowly approach, blah blah blah. We've gone this far, but Paimon still doesn't feel anything. Do you feel any discomfort? I'm feeling the same as always. That's a relief, then. Paimon was worrying about how she'd carry you out of here if you were to suddenly pass out. Although, we've come all this way, and we can't see Knacker or the others anymore, and it doesn't seem like we can hear them either. What do we do next? Paimon knows. Maybe they'll chuck some sort of box in here and communicate with us through that. That would be quite handy. We'll find out soon enough. Paimon can't wait to see what kind of cool gadgets they might use to communicate with us. Can you hear me? Oh, so they rely on the technology of shouting really loud. I can hear you. Do you guys feel any discomfort? Everything's good. That's great. Please continue on to the survey anchor. You should be able to see it now. Once you retrieve it, it will temporarily fall into a dormant state and stop radiating energy. And then we'll be able to come in. Ahem. Be careful. If you feel uncomfortable, then we'll get out of here. Yay, something to read. Wait, hold on. Let me get the loot first.
Unnecessary.
What if we do it this way? This seems to be a reference book intended to impart practical techniques. The book lists a great number of issues that Fontainians are quite unlikely to encounter in their daily lives and provides rigorously logical solutions to said problems. However, both the title page and the ending contain requests from the author for readers to not do such things in practice. What should I do? This appears to be a reference book meant to teach common knowledge to people who have yet to come of age. But why is it placed inside the Institute's materials office? Interesting. Fontaine Research Institute of Kinetic Energy Engineering. Executive Office, located at the intersection between the Lefay and Fontaine Research Institute of Kinetic Energy Engineering regions. Primarily responsible for the Institute's various administrative tasks. Academic Assembly Hall, a venue for showcasing the products of the Institute's research to the public. The circular design of the exhibition hall allows it to accommodate a larger audience while providing a better view. Central Laboratory, located in the heart of the Fontaine Research Institute. It has the most advanced instruments in Fontaine. Currently, the primary research undertaken there is related to the experimental field generator. The text that follows is too marred to be discernible. I got an achievement for that? Huh. Alright, give me that. You actually managed to retrieve the survey anchor without any instruments, like it was nothing. That's amazing. The last time we needed at least 3 of us acting together to retrieve an anchor. I'm most certain that you're exactly the talent we've been looking for. With your help, all of our work is going to go much more smoothly. Alright, I'll keep it for now. Let's leave this place and report back to the Institute post-haste. Hang on, where's Miss Crony? Paimon doesn't see her anywhere. She was feeling nauseous, so she stayed up there to rest. But don't worry, she's already taken her medicine. She just needs a little time. Huh? Miss Crony, what are you doing here? A bunch of mecha monsters suddenly showed up outside. They're on my heels, about to storm in. Leave it to me. Look out! Over there!
Let me weave you a verse. Ears of the storm.
They're malfunctioning. Huh. Whew. Luckily you were here. These were probably the clockwork mecha that the Institute used before to monitor energy flow, as they're equipped with Arceum energy flow monitoring devices. Although they're now out of control, they still automatically converged here upon detecting the energy flow from Arceum. Mr. Necker, should the Fontaine Research Institute be held accountable for these out-of-control mecha in the wilds? I don't object to that at all. They should be held accountable. Oh? If you truly have a way to have those buried in the ground rise up and speak again. Also, I sincerely suggest that you stay here and rest, Miss Crony. Mr. Choiseul and Raimondo are at the Institute's new site, and they aren't going anywhere. Once you're feeling better, then you can go and interview them. Yeah, you felt so sick that you could barely even stand. Don't push yourself too hard. Oh god, we've got another Zhichong. Your health is essential. No, I can't. Interviewing Choiseul is the final step, not the beginning. That's why I'm following Mr. Knacker around. I want to experience everything firsthand and get tangible evidence. I have to question Choiseul with evidence in hand. That way, he won't be able to beat around the bush like last time. And lo and behold, I have now personally experienced this so-called harmless Arceum energy flow, no? Once I get to the Fontaine Research Institute, I'm definitely going to uncover all of the hidden truths. I truly admire your professionalism, Miss Crony, but are you sure you'll be able to make it the rest of the way there? Don't worry, I'll be right behind you guys. I'm a reporter after all. Shalmei, you have anything to say? The backup medicine is also nearly finished. I'll go back and get more from the Institute later. Wait, do we even have any medicine left? Concerning. There's a Hydroculus somewhere.
The wind rises.
Hello, Hannestein. Welcome, welcome. Where is this Hydroculus? Is it up there?
Behold.
It is not up here. Oh no, yes it is. Alright. Let's go. That bird was clipped into the railing.
Know my sword. Witness the power of Fuwa.
The wind rises.
Marianne Memorial Park. We're here. This is the Marianne Memorial Park. Let's see if there are any assets that can be recovered. This is a park, but it doesn't look like a park at all. When the explosion happened, this place was hit by the first shock waves and most of the buildings were destroyed, but there might have been some paper assets that survived the blast. we got the map. It's interesting that they're the cause of the rogue mecha. Yeah. Fishnado. Okay. Let's see what there is here at the Mary Ann Memorial Park. These materials are so broken up, they're just detritus now. Leave them. Miniaturized personal something something. Something about the artificial dancers. Financial reports from the Research Institute. Out of date. Best take them with us. Perhaps they might be useful.
Rain outlines your fate.
Hey, give me that loot. Might as well use that. If he's gonna be here, he might as well provide some help.
You're dead. How amusing. Know your place.
Know my sword. Let me weave you a verse. Truth repeats its course.
Take it and have fun.
Yeah, could always use more Favonius weapons. Cannot go wrong with Favonius. Let me see, there might be something under the storage drums. Is this pile of storage drums also Institute property? I guess so, but we'll need to remove them. Alright, there seems to really not be anything of value here. It's time to move on. A researcher who once worked together with Edwin Eastinghouse is now kicking storage drums around in a junk heap. Meanwhile, the Fontaine Research Institute still complains about being short-handed. The way these researchers go about things is truly unfathomable. Everybody's worth is reflected in different ways, and kicking storage drums is my way of doing so these days. But I've heard that prior to Edwin's big screw-up, you had quite some sway in the Institute. Some might even say that you were second only to Edwin himself. Interesting. Eh? You were that powerful? That no longer means anything. Now I'm merely someone who was fortunate to survive this project, and one of the culprits who turned the central laboratory into what it is today. This is the only information I can offer you, Miss Crony. Well, I believe that was plenty. Let me write that down. Huh? Where are my pen and notebook? My whole bag disappeared. I put it right next to a strange-looking mecha just now. Where did they go? You mean the one behind you? Huh? Oh, hello. Help!
Rain outlines your fate. Know my sword. Witness the power of good work. To Redbird.
Pain, suffering, agony. What's up with these mecha monsters? Why do they move sometimes and stop moving at others? I fear that anyone who could have answered your question is now, well, indisposed. Let's hurry over to the Institute. He needs to participate in the final qualification review, after all. Ah, why does it do this to me? Hold on. Saxord Ayato in the overworld. Oh, that sounds fun. I wonder if anybody else has been having those, like, random lag spike issues, or if it's just me. If I'm just really unlucky.
The wind rises. Unnecessary.
Alright, so we are going over here. Alright, so they probably intend for me to go this way. Alright, we will take the intended path then, I suppose. Hydroculus? Where? There's that one there, but where's the other one? Sit down below. No. Ah, there it is. There's gotta be an easy way to get back up there. Or maybe not. The way this is all laid out is so cool.
Squall and fury.
With the broken paths leading up there.
The wind rises.
Ah! Crap. Let me in! Mm.
The wind rises.
I know I have to be able to get in there somehow.
Swan fury.
You will not prevent me from entering the cubes. This is so rude. I want the cubes.
There's no such thing as pure freedom in this world. Even the wind cannot blow on forever. The wind rises.
Am I doing this wrong? Is there, like, a different way I'm supposed to get in there? Oh, that's not gonna work. Crap.
Swan fury.
Ah. I'll hate them! Why did you not use your E when I pressed E?
The wind rises. Behold.
You can't enter from the bottom. I see. I'll hate them, that's it, I'm telling Kaveh. Alright, so I can't get in this way. So rude. I'll hate them, we know where you and your boyfriend live. What the heck is that? You know what? Nope. I will worry about that later. Last night I was running through, like, the very end of the Sumeru Archon quest on this account. And, during the part where Kaveh gets introduced, and, the Traveler is just kinda... Or, not on this account. Did I say on this account? On non-humans only. I was going through the end of the Sumeru Archon quest on that. And, I got to the part where Kave's introduced, and the traveler's just kind of, like, watching him and Alhaitham argue. And I took a screenshot of it and sent it in a Discord server I'm in, and I was just like, I'm witnessing a marital dispute. If my words are very jumbled today, I'm tired. I didn't sleep well. I can see Alhaitham responding to an "Are you gay?" question like I'm not happy, so no.
Time to act. No, my sword. Body and mind. Excellent.
It just made me think of the meme that's like, "Are you homophobic? I'm gay." He's avoiding the question. Bruh.
The wind rises.
Oh, was that there the entire time? Wait, was that the correct way up? I don't think it was.
Too slow.
Now you're just thinking about how you can't jokingly call your straight friends homophobic. Tragic. Truly, truly tragic. The mecha has a name!
Behold. Quit following me.
I'm so delighted by this mecha having a name. Hello, monsieur. Raimondo, nothing could go wrong here, right? Everything is running according to the set orbit, Troissel. Round and round it goes, without any errors. Error-free everything might be, but I'm just worried about getting dizzy. Mr. Troissel, Mr. Raimondo. Ah, Knacker. It's great to see you. Have you taken care of those survey anchors? I trust that you've done as you always have. Complete your tasks to perfection. I have. Allow me to give you a brief report. With his assistance, the anchor was successfully retrieved without any equipment. That's unbelievable. You were able to retrieve one without the use of any instruments? Goodness, thank heavens. The entire Institute right now only has 3 complete sets of such equipment, and I was honestly worried as to how we might retrieve the anchors as soon as possible. It was nothing compared to other things I've been through. Is there any critical data in the anchor, Mr. Toisseau? Haha, of course not. Some insignificant data, Miss Crony. I agree with you. After all, there's no way for insignificant data to radiate with harmful Archeum energy flows, is there? Energy flow? I mean, of course, it's necessary and must exist as a technological means of preserving the... What I'd really like to know is why the Fontaine Research Institute would place these survey anchors to monitor the Archeum energy flow after the explosion. Certainly. Obviously, these survey anchors are, used for monitoring... Miss Crony talks so fast, like a whopper flower spitting fireballs. Allow me to be more specific. How exactly is the Fontaine Research Institute planning to deal with this explosion? Yes, I was just about to answer that question. This was an excellent question to ask, as many people are concerned about it. Miss Crony, I am so delighted that you've come to visit again. I must stress on behalf of Mr. Toisseau that the Institute has never changed its solution to the explosion. Once we have recovered all of the retrievable research assets at the old site, we will demolish the old central laboratory and do our best to restore the area's natural environment to its original state. Be the Sino you want to see in the world. So true. By the central laboratory, you mean that building floating in the air? How are you going to demolish a building like that? Shoot it down with a cannon? Of course, we shan't be using such crude and simple solutions. This demolition will utilize our newly researched experimental field generator. This device can deactivate the gravity-altering field that surrounds the Institute's ruins and land them on the ground safely. But wasn't this device also within said ruins? And wasn't it also a work of Edwin Eastinghouse that used Archeum as its energy source? So, based on what you're saying, the Fontaine Research Institute is still unwilling to give up this harmless Archeum project, yes? I think they're not giving it up so easily. You've been keeping up with what she's saying? Nope, I just repeated her last sentence. Ether! Hey, have you been doing this to pretend that you understand what's going on? Paimon, you do the exact same thing all the time. Anyways, the Fontaine Research Institute is still trying to do dangerous stuff in dangerous ways, right? A great summary, Miss Paimon. If we're discussing uncontrolled risks, well, even walking on a road may be dangerous. Also, you should note that the energy source we're using is the completely new and stable tri-state Archeum. How does that differ from normal Archeum? Does the new word in front of it mean anything? This, to me, seems like a purely rhetorical maneuver. I'm sure Mr. Toisseau would be happy to have an in-depth conversation with you about grammar, but I've left Mr. Knacker hanging for too long, and really that's just impolite. Mr. Knacker, I trust that you've done everything that I've asked? With his help, everything couldn't have gone better. Is this an adventurer who came for recruitment? Knacker recounts to Raimondo everything that happened, emphasizing the amazing talent you displayed when retrieving the survey anchor. He also briefly touches on Crony's ironclad professionalism as well as the severe vomiting reaction she had. From the joking look on Knacker's face, there seems to be no ill intent in his jest about the committed reporter, or so you assume. This is rare. Extremely rare. I'm delighted that you're applying for work at the Institute. After hundreds of years of bad luck, we're finally catching a break. I'm confident that you'll be of a great help to us. Here are the documents I signed. Leave them over there. Don't worry about them. Huh? Aren't you going to take a look at them? We spent ages on them, and Mr. Deneau also took them very seriously. These documents definitely have their uses. They certainly help us weed idiots out, at least. As for you, however, I believe that your good qualities go far beyond what they can summarize, so let's leave them alone for now. So, are you saying we pass the review? Without a doubt, yes. I will personally prepare the contract and notice that you'll need to sign for follow-up work. Until then, Mr. Necker? Yes? While Miss Crony appears to be having a discussion about energy safety with Mr. Choiseul, how about you take him to retrieve the last 2 survey anchors? Hello, Emmanuel. Welcome, welcome. The energy flow control operations are nearing completion, and all that's left is the data compilation. Oh well, at least everything is under control. Are you guys heading somewhere else? I'll come along too. The human body is made up of 60% water. Fontaine water is made up of 60% people. Oh no! This reporter lady sure has pretty good ears. What should we do, Raimondo? Do you think we can convince this journalist? Tri-State Archeum. I always felt that this name would bring us trouble. Choiseul, do you think that the name is not up to current grammatical standards and that people will criticize us for being superficial? No, Tri-State Archeum may be different from Archeum in name, but it looks exactly the same no matter how one looks at it. This is not a problem, as its internal structure is indeed different. The difference between it and Archeum is like good guys and bad guys. They're both people, but they're very different in society. Raimondo. People never bother to tell the good guys from the bad guys. Much less the nature of a piece of rock. They'll just say, hey, this rock looks like Archeum, and it works like Archeum, so why isn't it called Archeum? Relax, Choiseul. I've already prepared the explanation script. See? The energy source that drives the experimental field generator is not Archeum, but a new one called Tri-State Archeum. This type of ore is an inert variant of Archeum that was created through a special transformation process. After entering the all-new silent excitement state, it is much more stable than the original's excited state. This won't do. They'll still just say that we're doing some kind of rhetorical trick. This rhetoric is also based on strict academic classification. All in all, you will witness its excellence after this display. But this certainly won't be able to satisfy that group of reporters. They can never be satisfied. Mr. Choiseul, all we need to do is put on a display, that's all. Yeah, good luck with that. There was stuff to read somewhere around here. Aha. Book donation statistics. To the Department of Statistics and Mathematics, recently our institute announced an initiative and implored our fellow citizens to donate books in order to rebuild the Bossuet Library, formerly known as the Elaine Guillotine Memorial Library, which was unfortunately destroyed during the accident. Since the initiative's announcement, the response and generous donations we received from the entire community has far surpassed our expectations, providing us with large numbers of precious books, and the reconstruction plan is progressing smoothly as expected. After conducting a careful study, we have decided to entrust your department, the Department of Statistics and Mathematics, with organizing the book donation information, using this form to facilitate contacting and expressing our gratitude to all donors in the future. Refer to the format below. Donated book, category, donor, donor's message. Senior researcher Joseph Diogenes. To Mr. Diogenes, is your head royally screwed up or something? Why would you send this to us? The Department of Statistics and Mathematics isn't the department responsible for this kind of paperwork. Department Director Maurice Juglar. The forms have been returned untouched in their original packaging. In order to avoid administrative issues until we hear from Mr. Diogenes, all research assistants of our department are required to fill in the form according to the following format. Legend of Sword 6-volume hardcover set. Oh my god. Donor's message. Didn't realize it wasn't a suspense thriller. Mistakenly purchased. Oh, Rip Sing Cho. Please give me his address. I would like to personally correct his misunderstandings concerning literary aesthetics. Criticism on pseudo-Remuria history, starting from the non-existence of Ramus. A thank you gift from a patient who called it a must-read and whispered something about it exposing true history. I flipped through a few pages and found myself completely lost. Might be a relatively valuable history book or something? Archived according to the standard classification scheme. The Steambird Annual Collection hardcover set with free cute Blubberbeast poster. Oh my god. A free copy from the publisher. It should be helpful, right? Archived according... Yep. Wait, where's the poster? Oh no! They didn't get the poster! The Art of Negotiation. I brought it back from the Fortress of Meripede. You really must take this. It's a rather useful book. Flip through it a bit because the cover seemed interesting, but it doesn't seem to hold any actual value. I agree with your views, but... A new way to search the dictionary, an analysis and reflections based on natural philosophy and historical evolution. This paper has been reviewed. Please archive it according to standard procedure in the language, dialectology, and historical linguistics section. By Nouvelette's Neckerchief. Trousseau funds research like this. The above remark is only a personal opinion and does not represent the views or position of this department. Donated book. Novel Artifice Core Spin Theory and an Engineering Interpretation of Reverse Gear Drives, all 10 volumes. Consider this a token of gratitude for the Fontaine Research Institute of Kinetic Energy Engineering's continuous help and contributions. Please accept these books for your collection. Huh? Wait, someone actually donated normal books? Paper Usage Initiative. Dear colleagues and researchers, the Fontaine Research Institute is a place for research and a temple of science, and it is natural to consume paper and stationery. However, paper consumption at the Institute has been unusually high for the past 3 months straight. Thus, this is a stern reminder that paper is for research purposes and for theorizing on, not for wrapping snacks, propping up desks, or horseplay. If you have a need for the latter, the logistics office will be happy to provide the appropriate items. P.S. Gambling is strictly prohibited in the Institute. Anyone using paper as gambling chips will be handed over to the disciplinary office for investigation. Oh boy. POV, you read Tavat's version of how to win friends and influence people. Oh my god. I will take that. Thank you very much. Seely, where are you going? Up here?
Here you are. The wind rises.
Oh-ho.
Take it and have fun.
Alright. Let me get this chest.
Let me weave you a verse. No, my
Give loot, please.
truth repeats its course.
Please give loot.
Search for it. Take it and have fun. Squall Fury.
Alright, so I can't get in there through there.
The wind rises.
I see you up there. I'll hate them, please. I'm getting distracted. But what else is new? Huh. A device that seems stable but is in fact not. You must hit the device when the circle is within the blue lit check zone to stabilize it. I see. Wonder how good Wanderer is for exploration outside of the map. Pretty good, I would assume. Ah. Oh, I totally did that wrong. Ah! Oh no, I got it.
Witness the power of gouache. Rain outlines your fate.
The process of elimination.
Too late for regret.
Behold. Take it and have fun.
I have a ping. Why do I have a Discord ping? That's not relevant. Okay.
Quit following me.
No, my sword. Rain cutter. Gears of the storm.
Squall Fury.
Where was it? Over here. Oh my god.
The wind rises.
I'm confused. You now have 104 of the bugs. Getting pretty close to how many you'll need.
Squall and Fury.
Huh. It's not like there's
I've got a sharp tongue.
another camera to switch to or anything.
Maybe that's their problem.
There is probably something really obvious that I'm missing. Also have enough hurricane seeds for Venti. Nice. I don't know, man. I'll figure that out another time. Oh yeah, I got somebody posting leaks about Farina's kit in my comments earlier. And I'm just like, do I need to put don't comment leaks in the description of my videos for people to get the hint? $60 pulls, 35 pity, 50-50 you're scared. Oh, good luck. Oh, wait.
Too slow. Take it and have fun.
Alright, let's see. This one will take me up to the cubes. The cubes. Ah! Bruh. I'll hate them. You're useless. We have entered the cube zone. Ooh, careful, careful.
Unnecessary.
Oh my god, this is so cool. This is so cool. Oh my god, the books floating in the water. Ah, crap. Ah!
Squall Fury.
I'm very delighted by the cubes. Is there nothing in that one? Unfortunate.
Here you are.
Oh my god. This is what I have been looking forward to ever since Fontaine was first teased, basically. Approaching the edge. Oh. Oh, that's cool that they, let you know when you're getting too close to the edge. Chat and my overlay are bugging out. OBS, what are you doing? Alright, there we go. Fontaine, geometrical sea. Celestia, I don't think so. Rude. There's something else aggroed on me. Ah, I see. Oh.
The wind rises.
Bomb animal is so fun, you love him, but the Perry one best boy. Felt that. I love the crab.
Behold.
God, the entire structure of Fontaine is just really cool. I'm really happy with Fontaine. I'm having a lot of fun with it. Excuse me.
How amusing.
Here you go.
Is there anything in the water cube here? Doesn't look like it. Yeah, no. Hmm. Alright, I did hear that this boss was involved in a quest, so... that's for later. I'm not supposed to be here right now. I just saw the opportunity to check out the cubes, and I had to take it. That's cool. Yowskit ball. Yow Yow, the basketball queen.
Unnecessary.
Alright, Hydroculus. Somewhere. 2 Hydroculi. Somewhere. Where? Gimme.
Swan Fury.
Alright, so the other one is probably below. In the water here, maybe? Yes! Sweet. That. Oh? Well, that's interesting. Hold up, hold up. Ceiling number 1. Or possibly actually ceiling number 4. Aha! Oh no! How do I get to you, my Sealy friend? Ooh, that goes right up to the edge. Well, there was something there, so... Where was that? I saw one of the purple energy blocks. I can never remember which one's which. But I know I saw one. Somewhere. There's a Sealy in there. Hold up. There's obviously something down here. I didn't get the thing. Oh no! Rip Sage! The heck are you? Mysterious ore. The heck is that? Where is the freaking energy block? I know I saw it. You know what? Who cares? Who needs the energy block? I can just get Lynette. Will be useful later. You believe there are 7? I see.
Time for afternoon tea.
So, what did that do? Can I get in there yet? No. Can I get in here? Yes. Alright. I can't get in through the top? Are you kidding me?
Let me read you a verse. Rain outlines your fate. Let the magic begin! Truth repeats its course.
Squall Fury. Upon the gate. Too slow.
Interesting. I will have to keep an eye out for those. Let me in. So I know where one of the Sealies is, but not how to get it. And I don't know where the other Sealy is at all. Maybe I should use this? Question mark? Where does this take me? Over here. This is just the same place. Did it just take me around in a circle? It sure did. What was the point of that? Hmm. Nearing 70 weapon pity. Oh, good luck. Oh, okay, so here's one of the Sealies. So then the question becomes, how the heck do I get this one over here? It's got a wall in the way. There's seemingly no way around the wall. There has to be something that I'm missing somewhere. Alright, well, it doesn't look like there's anything in that cube. Aha! Tricky maneuver. Heck yeah. Okay, let's get back to the quest that we're actually supposed to be doing. Oh my god. rude. Okay, then I'm leaving. Why is that chest just sitting there? Also, my chat box is behaving strangely again. Alright, there it is. Why is this chest just sitting here? This feels like a trap. But I'm going to walk directly into it regardless. It was not a trap.
Have fun. The wind rises.
Dare to mess with me?
Who's going somewhere? I'm standing up here, shooting exploding barrels. I don't know who you think is going anywhere.
Witness the power of the rock. Rain outlines your fate.
Squall and fury. I'm used to this.
Out of my way. I did not realize there were Fatui there. When I started doing that, I was just like, oh.
You even want this? Squall and fury.
Where's this Hydroculus? Down here, I'm guessing. Is this where the researchers spent their downtime? Is this even humane? Has the Fontaine Research Institute ever considered making renovating this place a priority? There should be a survey anchor here. Just like Miss Crony implied, this place needs renovation, and the power supply here is very limited. Or perhaps I should say there's a complete shortage. While I'm answering Miss Crony's questions, I'll leave the job of recovering the survey anchor to you. Alright.
Too slow.
Where is the... Thick experimental record. Experiment day. The lab equipment that was ordered hasn't arrived. No choice, all I can do is force myself to go to Hotel de Bord with Mr. Portier. Mr. Portier recommended the seasonal poisson oyster with Silesian calabar and fine chardon. The poisson oysters were unquestionably the best. Full-bodied texture, plump, soft, and juicy, flavor lingering on the tip of the tongue like a gentle sea breeze. However, the way Mr. Poitier ate them It could be said to seem a little inelegant, as the juice accidentally squirted all over the napkin. Such lack of etiquette would definitely be laughed at by others. Anyway, I lectured him about it. Now, if only he would take this to heart. After all, etiquette is like food. Inferior ingredients can certainly be compensated for through superior culinary techniques, so there shouldn't be any need to discriminate in terms of the quality of ingredients, but even so, people will always prefer premium food with premium ingredients. Experiment Day. The lab equipment ordered before still hasn't arrived. No choice. All I can do is force myself to watch an opera with Mr. Poitier. The refreshments were as tasty as ever, but the play was only passable at best. As far as tragedies go, the farewell scene between Irenaeus and Egeria, at least, succeeded in squeezing a few tears out of some members of the audience, such as Mr. Poitier, though it was expected, given his tastes. Not laughter. There's nothing innately wrong with attempting to show the plot unfolding from the perspective of multiple characters, but if it cannot all be tied back together and the theme properly expressed, and instead completely relies on sensationalizing the climax to cover up all the flaws, then it is absolutely a misguided approach. Take, for example, the adaptation of the famous Loch Night tale titled Mountain Python and the Pure Grail. The comedy I previously attended with Mr. Poitier, see Lab Report, page 17. It was a superior production in every way, as the great master Freebus, I don't know, said, "'Tis better to pen laughter than tragedy, for laughter gives strength and fortifies the will." Not to mention how mortifying Mr. Poitier's bawling was. Experiment Day. The lab equipment previously ordered still hasn't arrived. It appears it may have gotten lost in transit. Can't do anything but force myself to reorder the equipment and then go to Café Lucerne with Mr. Poitier once more. You know, massive shocker considering that I am the kind of nerd who is into King Arthur and stuff. But I've never actually seen Monty Python and the Holy Grail. One of these days I'll get around to watching it. Researcher's notes. I want to take a nap, but I've got to go to a project meeting later, so I can't sleep. No falling asleep. How I wish our research project leader would stop barging in during lunch to talk about work. You could cut the air with a knife. The free coffee at the Institute is getting worse. It tastes like sawdust soaked in water. I might as well drink Fanta. Alas, I do not know when I can be transferred to another group. I really don't want to continue research on this smart lie detector of Professor Mosso's anymore. Without resources inherited from him, we're like chefs working at a crafting bench. This just isn't working out. I've heard that the Institute has commissioned some adventurers to search for his base. If you ask me, they could just restart the project then, right? It's not like numbers are going to help us catch up with him if we've got to force the research through while having no material to work with. Wait, I can pick it up and move it? Put it there, I guess? Yeah, that works. And then what do I do with it? Ah. I see. Interesting, interesting. Ooh, precious chest. Gimme, gimme.
Unnecessary.
I didn't mean to activate this, but sure. Ah.
There's no such thing as pure freedom in this world.
Cipher letter 4. Tealhard scribbled cipher letters all over the place. Why am I not surprised? He even erased the formula for the purifying solvent Butor left behind. Thanks to him, all of our project funding requests have been rejected. Guess it's time to kiss my bright future goodbye. Not only is there no place for traditional clockwork mecha research in the Fontaine Research Institute, there's no place for me. I should probably try to secure a job at the Fortress of Meripede. I'm sure they need engineers there. I'm just kidding.
If someone can't handle it, maybe that's their problem.
Be quiet, please. I'm just kidding. There's no way I'm going there. I heard there aren't even windows there. I've decided to do something out of the goodness of my heart. Although Butor is no longer here, I've recreated the formula for the purifying solvent based on the information he left behind. I'll record the formula here, so anyone who sees this is able to use it to create the solvent and erase the nonsense that Tealhard wrote. The formula is as follows. The text below has been removed.
No such thing as pure freedom in this world. Even the wind cannot blow on forever.
Oh my god, shut up. Where the heck is this Hydroculus? Looks like our collection work is proceeding apace. There's no time to lose. Let's go to the next location. Yeah, sure thing. As soon as I find this Hydroculus. Oh, it's in there. Duh. Alright, I believe I know what to do. Take this. Gonna lurk while you grind? Alright, enjoy your lurk. And put this here. Give me that. Alright, we're going that way. That way. Hello, Fatui.
Let me read you a verse, body and mind. Know my sword. Rain outlines your fate. Cue the spotlight. Have fun with this gift.
The wind rises. You're dead. You even want this? Behold.
And we'll take that. Ah, there's Clockwork Mecha here too. They may have been attracted by the energy spill. Please be cautious. I got it, I got it. What the heck is over there? No, hang on. What the heck is going on here?
Let the magic begin. Truth repeats its course.
The wind rises.
This is not a good team to be fighting this thing, I think. Hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up. Ah! What sort of team would be good for that? I don't know, man. Like actual proper team, maybe. Yunjin, come here.
Let's get this show on the road.
D-Luke would probably be good. You're right. I did have a team built around him, right? I could have sworn I threw together... Oh, yeah. I'm gonna try it with this team, because... You've got to be kidding me. Hold on. So yeah, I'm gonna try it with like my regular team at first and see if I can make it work with that. And if I can't, then I suppose I can throw together a D-Luke team. Like an actual proper team. Because the only team I've got him on right now is not the best. Just wanted to see D-Luke in action. Yeah, that's fair. Alright, let me see. Attack crit rate. Defense will be very helpful. Pop one of these as well.
Motion to compel. Dare to mess with me?
The wind rises.
So, are you this area's version of Vivian and Ninian? Is that what's going on here? It certainly seems that way.
Have fun with this gift. Break a leg. And leap. Time for your arraignment. Incinerate. Dare to mess with me?
The wind rises.
rude. Ah! Even more rude. There we go. Alright, now you can take some real damage. Damn it. Whoa. Wait. Oh! Jumping is enhanced here! New 3 mil boss, but worse. Oh my god. Defeat local legend. Automated supercomputing field generator. That was actually kind of fun, not gonna lie. Tomorrow I should come back and let D look at it. Maybe I will, maybe I will. Get the boy off the bench. Let him in, coach. You're right, I should give him some more field time. Whoa. Ah. play with his R4 red horn. Yeah, I should.
Look, following me.
There should be a survey anchor here too. I'll open the door and leave the recovery to you. Wow, that's it? Oh, what do we have here? Give me that. Boom.
Too slow.
Oh, I should talk to you guys before I move on. I believe this place was originally Butor's Institute of Clockwork Applications. In the field of clockwork machines, Monsieur Butor was one of the leading authorities. However, scientifically, the development and advancement of traditional clockwork machines had reached a bottleneck. In terms of applications, traditional clockwork machines were obviously at a great disadvantage. Anyway, Monsieur Butor's program was slowly being marginalized at the Institute. His funding was cut, and he struggled to recruit researchers. After a series of unfortunate incidents, Monsieur Butor's group finally disbanded, and this facility was completely abandoned. Monsieur Butor was terribly unlucky, if you ask me. Yeah, I still can't forget how Choiseul just kept equivocating. And that Raimondo, so haughty and arrogant. Did you see how he was looking at me? I think you're much better than either of those two. Things would never have turned out like that if you were in their position. Well, thank you for the vote of confidence. Oh. Okay, so I just totally wasted Yunjin's burst. Or not! Curious, did any of the adventurers who responded to the recruitment come and get the survey anchor? Of course, and there were quite a few. The survey anchor retrieval test is part of the qualification review. They'll try to make contact. I see.
You even want this?
Mr. Raimondo, the survey anchors have all been retrieved. Why did I say that like that? The survey anchors have all been retrieved. Looks like we've really got the right person for the job this time. Put them over here. Someone will come and handle them. Now, let us get down to business. Come over here, please. There are some documents you'll need to sign. They're so thick! Why are there so many documents? Because no matter how one looks at it, escorting a researcher into the ruins of the Fontaine Research Institute, and then landing said ruins, shall be no small matter. And since it is such an important matter, it is only natural for us to explain every detail to the one carrying out the work. Fair enough. Who am I escorting? Why, that'd be Mr. Knacker, of course. Across the entire institute, there's no one better suited than him to deal with the central laboratory ruins. I request that I accompany Mr. Knacker. What? I think this is a terrific proposal. Choiseau, did you forget what we mentioned when we came up with the plan? We must keep the public informed about the rebuilding of the institute with the utmost transparency. That's right. The new Fontaine Research Institute has nothing to hide. Edwin made some mistakes, but we're past that now. Please go write a report on it. Go to the ruins of the Institute and see the mistakes Edwin Eastinghouse made. Looking back again, the Institute now is just what we've been working toward, the cause we stand for. But allow me to emphasize once again that, and here we go again, Paimon's about to fall asleep. Maybe you should call me after you're done talking. Yeah, this doesn't have anything to do with us, and this is a good time for a break anyway. No, it's important business, so please, come this way. Under Raimondo's guidance, you signed many complicated documents. Thanks to your prior experience, you finished signing them before you know it this time. Alright, that should be all of them. Thank you. You are now an externally contracted assistant researcher for the Fontaine Research Institute. What about Paimon? Does Paimon get any title? You're my important assistant, Paimon. Assistant? That just doesn't sound as cool. Don't worry, assistants play an absolutely critical role within the Institute. But let us get back to business, shall we? Things right now in the Institute are rather complicated. The matters you'll be dealing with are also urgent, so I won't keep you for much longer. While you're on the way, Mr. Knacker will inform you of some things to note, as well as what you will actually need to do. The rest is up to you now. A lot rests on your shoulders, Mr. Knacker. Well then, please follow me. We must get to the ruins. Sure thing. Don't forget me. Yes, and you. How could I possibly forget you? Mired in red tape. Raimondo, during our last meeting, did I really mention that we must keep the public informed about the rebuilding of the Institute with the utmost transparency? I really don't remember that. Perhaps I should check for it in the meeting notes. Could you tell me what page it was exactly? If by checking for it in the meeting notes, you mean you wish to see this point made in clear writing, then I must say that it won't happen, as such a point cannot be summarized into a single sentence. This point was made based on the overall essence of that meeting, which was to first address morality and human relations, and the sum total of social norms. Lastly, this concept, when extracted from countless specific words and actions, is so broad and generic that anyone can see and comprehend its abstract concept. So what you're saying is, I didn't say that? Correct. Alright. To the cubes! It's cube time for real now. Ooh, I see a hydroculus. Gimme, gimme. Come on, this way. So, you mean we're going to delve into this patch of water? That's right. With the help of this allogravity condensed water, we can ascend the ruins of the Institute safely and efficiently. If you don't wish to do it that way, you may also go to the opposite bank and glide in from the highest mountain using a wind glider. Forget it. I'm not that good at using a wind glider, and I'm not really used to heights either. Very well. Now I'll go over a few things to keep in mind when it comes to allogravity condensed water. Knacker details considerations when making use of said allogravity condensed water. So in a nutshell, it's the same as when swimming or diving. Diving in midair will be quite a novelty. In that case, please do enjoy experiencing it for yourself. Oh, I have been. Is everybody ready? Miss Crony, you can still back out now if you'd like, and simply wait here for us to return. Reporters never back down. I'll be right behind you guys. I'll try to, anyway. Alright then, if you insist. Let's get going now. God, that looks so cool. This is so cool! I'm not gonna get over how cool this is. This rock that's sticking out of the side here. Ah! Cubes, my beloved. I love these cubes. What's this large plate? That's the experimental field generator that Mr. Edwin developed. Huh? Didn't it already blow up? It looks perfectly fine now. The thing that exploded wasn't this machine, but the archaeum ore that powers its core driver, the archaeum kinetic core. This thing, will it suddenly start moving by itself? Will it, Paimon? Relax, this big guy can't move now that it's lost its power supply. But didn't Raimondo say that we needed to use it to make the ruins descend? If it can't move, only part of it will be activated. The Tri-State Archeum can only support its operation at half speed, but that should be enough to relieve the abnormal gravity state the central laboratory ruins are in. Paimon doesn't understand that at all. What do you need us to do? Please follow me. The place where we will need to work is in the back. Miss Crony, please stay here. Some areas in the back contain Institute secrets, and you're not allowed to have any exposure to them. I can see that back of yours from here. What secrets could be hidden inside? I have no idea either. That's why you're definitely not allowed inside. What nonsense! Anyway, please wait here. If you take photos randomly, you might capture something related to Institute secrets. For example, the, formula for the sugar-free berry-flavored Fanta. This new Fanta product is quite important to the Institute. Sure. If you leak any information of it to the outside world, you'll need to undergo a 1-month confidential investigation and must report to the Maison Gaston at the Palais Marmonia 3 times every day and be questioned. Of course, you'll need to stop your journalistic work. Don't worry. Even if I get taken away by the Palais Marmonia for questioning, it will only be because I've uncovered the secret you're hiding. I won't let myself be forced to stop working for a reason as absurd as leaking some Fanta formula. I admire your work ethic. I hope everything goes well with your photo taking. Let's go. There's still work for us to do. What you up to, Crony? Huh? What was Knacker doing? I find the fact that it wants me to defeat some mecha to be concerning. So, where am I going exactly? Ah, over there.
Observe. Strike is one. Boom! Invisible evidence. Truth repeats its course.
The wind rises. Go!
Sometimes I really don't get why the Institute had to design the support clockwork mecha to look like humans. Just from the perspective of supporting research, hands and feet are far worse than tracking and multifunctional clockwork mecha apertures. What's this rock? Oh, this is the archeum that supplies energy to the experimental field generator. What restrains it is the energy supply device created by Mr. Edwin. See this here? This circuit connects to the generator. Of all the inert archeum we found, this one was the best in terms of purity and stability. And then boom, it went. That came down to Mr. Edwin. I trust that this wasn't the cause, or at least it shouldn't take all the blame. Whoa, it's not gonna blow up again, is it? When that happens, let's jump into the water below. Jumping into water from a high place such as this is gonna hurt when we, splash. Worst case scenario, Paimon will tug on your clothes and help to absorb the impact. Haha, don't worry. Now that Mr. Edwin's not around, we're completely safe. I don't believe you for a second, dude. Alright, I'm about to use Raimondo's catalyst to transform this archeum into Tri-State Archeum and activate that big fellow outside. Then these ruins should be able to land safely on the ground. Could you please help me take some photos in the area? I need to use them as evidence for my work record. Didn't you just say taking photos wasn't allowed? It's fine. These will be used for reference in the Institute and won't be distributed. Unless you secretly keep a few for yourself, which I trust you won't do. Oh, right, and when you're taking photos, please look for Miss Crony while doing so. I've got no idea where she's run off to, or where she's hiding. I really don't want to start the generator, only to suddenly find a lady tossed into midair. Knacker is, like, so suspicious. Dude. Sup, Crony? How suspicious? What's suspicious? Show me too. Oh, you gave me a fright. How are you able to walk around without making any noise? You were just too focused. Speaking of it, you followed us all the way here. Have you managed to find anything? Not really. Since Mr. Knacker said all that, I don't really want to get in trouble. In the end, all I could take pictures of were these dilapidated houses, broken rocks, and a motionless machine. I bet I would be able to take photos of a big scoop if I could fly in the air just like you can, Paimon. Why be a reporter if you can fly? If I was born to do this, it's the reason I exist. I, too, am very sure of that, Miss Crony. What? You're also able to walk without making any noise? Is this a new technology the Institute's developed? Unfortunately, we don't teach walking courses. I've already completed all the preparations in any case. Please take Miss Crony back to the Institute. Once the experimental field generator is activated, it will rapidly change the gravity in the surrounding area. I've been through professional training, and I know what to do in this situation. For your safety, it would be best if you stay away from here. And how are you going to get down? You don't need to worry about me. Mr. Edwin taught me how to use the generator personally. No one in the Institute can control this big guy as freely as I can, not even Raimondo. Suspicious. Guess we'll have to leave it to a professional then. Be careful. Go now. We'll meet again on the surface. I don't trust you, dude. This should be fine now. Huh? Please take Miss Crony with you and go down quickly. I'll be activating this big guy in a moment. Then this troublesome matter will be resolved once and for all. I don't trust you.
Too slow.
You're back. How's the work coming along? Everything's going swimmingly. There are still some finishing touches that ought to be left to a professional, so Mr. Knacker is still up there. I feel like I haven't really contributed that much. Don't say that. You're our safety rope. Without you, how could we have dared to let Mr. Knacker go up there by himself? It could be said that the trip was a brilliant success. There were other benefits as well. Miss Crony's managed to photograph some thought-provoking images that she would like to ask me about, and a few of those pictures should prove even more interesting for Mr. Knacker. That's so. Let's not talk about that for now. Come, let us take a photo together. Monsieur Choiseul will also need to present you with a certificate and an honorary title. Honorary title? Ooh, and what about Paimon? Paimon will also get a promotion from assistant, right? Seeing as you're his companion, then I guess you could join in on the photo. As for the title... So there's no honorary title for Paimon, then? Honorary titles must remain limited in quantity and stay relatively rare. Otherwise, how would we get sponsors and support through awarding them? But Paimon... Oh, alright then. You made Paimon sad, how dare you? Then allow me to award Paimon the honorary title of Best Companion. Oh. Hey, just what kind of nonsense titles are those? We're already best buddies. Paimon doesn't need a title for that. He's going to turn it into the world boss, isn't he? I suspect that is what is going to happen, yes. You better make his really awesome. Of course, this honorary title is of the highest standing. Besides, haven't you also been promoted to assistant to the honorary senior researcher? Come on, let's get that photo taken. An assistant's still an assistant, no matter how many words you put after it. Alright, let's take the photo. This is an occasion to remember. Monsieur Choiseul. That is such a tongue twister for me. You're... Ooh, looks like he's having a nice conversation with Miss Crony. Hence, this operation is a stepping stone to rebuilding the Institute. We can do it, and it is our duty to do so, as it has always been. As for the former site of the Institute, we will keep it preserved forever, and rebuild it as the Fontaine Research Institute Safety Education Center. I think I've just about had enough. I'm certain that everybody has benefited from your speech, Monsieur Choiseul, but now's the time to take a photo together with the traveler, wouldn't you say? Yes, of course. We must take this photo and mark this occasion with our dear honorary senior researcher of the Fontaine Research Institute. Please give us a second, Miss Crony. This shouldn't take too long. Oh, don't worry. It's not like the things you said just now weren't all cliches anyway. Weren't you guys going to take a photo together? I just so happen to have a camera with me. Please go and stand in position. I traveled a long way to get here, so please at least make it worth the trip, okay? Uh-oh. Okay, that was actually kind of cool. I wasn't expecting a cutscene like that in a world quest. Was that an explosion just now? What else could it have been? I don't believe that was an explosion. All things considered, it was probably a controllable... That was an explosion! Paimon was nearly blown away just now. If not, what else could it have been? Mr. Choiseul, could you please explain this to us? Was this something that you had anticipated? I must say, you asked a very good question, a very excellent one, as many people are wondering the same thing. The color of these bodies of water. Could it be that the condenser components are already in... Wait, Necker hasn't come down yet. You're right, he hasn't returned yet. Let's not delay. We need to go now. Wait, I want to go too. The truth behind this explosion. Please do not act rashly, Miss Reporter. If you dip one of your toes into that water, you'll be saying goodbye to this world within a minute. Don't scare me. Would you, please, just stay here? Oh yeah, some of the water is purple. According to your previous experience, the energy flow that remains in these bodies of water shouldn't affect you too much. Please get to the ruins as quickly as you can. I'll find my own way up, and I'll meet you there. Your own way? I have my ways. After the explosion, I was among one of the first up there to conduct disaster investigation and evaluation. Things at that time were much more complicated than they are now. Anyway, enough talk. Let's get moving. Hopefully Mr. Knacker won't meet the same fate that Edwin did. Interesting. 4 of them are purple. I'm gonna have to do something at each of the purple ones, aren't I? How can I get up there? Also, will that medicine work? But he said that as long as I touch it in those pictures... Darn it, I need to think of a way. My goodness, was this also predicted? Oh my. Huh. Oh, did that change how it looked on the map? Okay, that's cool. That's different as well. Huh? Why are there so many mecha here? We dismantled so many of them last time, didn't we? It seems that the explosion just now caused the Archeum to release another wave of energy. Please dismantle them quickly. Can do. It looks like the Archeum overloaded, and that the cooling mechanism is also damaged. Knacker, what exactly have you done here? This was my fault. I didn't think that Knacker would still be unsatisfied, despite all the benefits I gave him. Eh? Benefits? Wait a second. Why are you looking at me like that? Did he say anything to you? You tell Raimondo of your encounters with Knacker and his attitudes towards various matters. Sweet talk. Did he tell you guys, then, that it was people like him, Edwin's successors, who are reaping the benefits of this mess by stealing all kinds of information and selling it for a fortune? You guys are telling completely different stories. Paimon doesn't know who to believe anymore. If only he were here, then we could find out the truth. Paimon doesn't see him at all, though. Decided to pick up a welfare mirror from the fortress and it's Trout Amandine? I don't know. And you think that means good fortune because it isn't sus. I see. If he's not here, where could he have gone? Maybe he successfully escaped. I don't think he was killed at the very least. I'll explain why later. For now, though, we must stabilize this Archeum as quickly as we can. The suppression system shut down, and the ore is presently in an excited state. That is what caused the explosion. What caused the explosion? But this big rock doesn't look blown up at all. I don't understand. Alright, I agree that this is indeed quite difficult to understand. I'll explain it in simpler terms for you. I guess I have no choice now. The experimental field generator that Edwin created is extremely powerful and can manipulate gravity. This I believe you know already. After the explosion, all the Archeum in the Institute shattered into fragments. Among these fragments, many of them could have turned into an excited state and triggered an explosion at any time. With the use of gravity fields, they were all restrained and gathered beneath our feet. That explosion just before was a small one caused by a small part of Archeum in the ruins that was affected by energy flow. I guess you could call it a minor rehearsal of a third great explosion. Then this ruin is a super huge, ready to explode piece of Archeum? So you guys did all this, not because you wanted to retrieve assets, but because you were scared this place would explode again? That's just one of the objectives of this operation. But right now, our priority is to retrieve the condensing components that fell into the water and restart the suppression device. There is also Archeum inside those components, and the intense energy flow has likely caused unpredictable changes to the water bodies. Forgive me, but I'm really not capable of retrieving them and installing them back on the inhibitor. Only you are capable of doing this. Please, for the court of Fontaine, and since it's urgent, I'll just get the job done first. But once this is all over, you'd better explain everything clearly. If all goes well, I will tell you everything I know. Alright, it seems like there's a fair bit more to this world quest. So... Hi, Celeste. Unfortunately, I was about to say that I'm gonna wrap up for the night. Do a couple more pulls, and then we will, wrap up. Ah! Nicolette, please! Alright, so, no stream tomorrow, as usual. Tomorrow is Thursday, right? Yeah. So, no stream tomorrow, as usual. Friday is gonna be Fate, so we will return to this on Saturday, I believe. So, I hope to see you all then, and thank you to everybody who stopped by tonight.